Leviticus 26, blessings for obedience, curses for disobedience. Let's talk about this chapter right now. And this chapter outlines God's promises for obedience and his warnings for disobedience, okay? It highlights the consequences of Israel choices, showing that blessing comes from following God, while rebellion brings judgment. Okay, so more laws. This is just about um, everything that encompasses Leviticus, right? And a lot of things Jesus changed later on. But first things first, the call to obedience, verses 1 to 2. No idols or no idols or false gods. Worship only the Lord. Keep the Sabbath and honor the sanctuary. Okay? Here is the lesson. True worship leads to blessing, okay? While idolatry leads to destruction. Yes, that's right. Don't trust another man. Second, blessings for obedience, verses 3 to 13. If Israel obeys God's commands, he promises abundant harvests, the land will be fruitful, safety and peace, no fear of enemies, victory over enemies, they will flee before Israel, and God's presence among them. I will walk among you. Verse 12. Here are the lessons. Obedience brings peace, provision, and God's presence. Jesus reaffirmed that those who follow him will be blessed spiritually. That's written in John chapter 15, verses 10 to 11 for reference, okay? Third thing, here are the punishment for disobedience, which encompasses verses 14 to 39. If Israel rebels against God, he warns of progressive punishments. First, disease and famine. Crops will fail. Second, defeat by enemies. They will be conquered. Third, drought and barren land. No rain will fall. 4. Wild animals attacking. Children and livestock will die. 5. Siege and war. They will eat their own children in desperation. Holy. 6. Exile and desolation. They will be scattered among nations. Here are the lessons. Sin brings consequences. Turning away from God leads to suffering, okay? Israel exile, Assyrian and Babylonian captivity. Fulfill these warnings. Israel exile, fulfill these warnings, okay? And Jesus warned of judgment for rejecting God, which is written in Luke chapter 19, verses 41 to 44. And here's the fourth thing, the promise of restoration, which encompasses verses 40 to 46, right? If Israel repents, God will remember his covenant and restore them. Even in judgment, he will not completely destroy them, okay? Here are the lessons. God's mercy is greater than judgment. Repentance brings restoration. Jesus fulfills this by offering complete forgiveness, which is written in John chapter 1, which is written in 1 John chapter 1, verse 9, right? Here are the overall themes. Here are the overall themes and lessons from Leviticus 26. First, obedience leads to blessing. Following God's results in peace, provision, and his presence, okay? Be aware of that. Second, sin brings judgment. Rebellion leads to suffering, loss, and exile. Third, God's mercy is always available, right? Even after judgment, repentance restores the relationship. So, here is the significance in biblical story. Israel experienced both the blessings and curses described here, and Jesus offers restoration to all who turn back to God. The conclusion of that of Leviticus 26, the conclusion of that is Leviticus 26 presents a clear choice. follow God and be blessed, or rebel and face consequences. God's mercy is always available, and Jesus ultimately fulfills the promise of restoration.